Hello, welcome to another very, very warm Sheepdog Says. As you can hear, my voice is kind of better. I was just roaring at one of the kids for being naughty and it still sounds gruff, but it doesn't hurt anymore. Sorry again for my abrupt finish yesterday, but I was just at a point where I thought, oh my god, I can't talk anymore, bye. This video, I want to talk about Pokemon Go because it's been a while and there's so much to talk about right now. First things first, I've now caught everything that I can possibly catch without buying a plane ticket, which I'm very stoked about. It all came about because the little man, Bosco himself, hatched another Wynaut egg, which I've not had one of, obviously, and we'd agreed that he would trade me if and when he hatched one. Now, it became a bit of a blessing and a curse because I was all excited. I waited until I saw him that night because it hatched while I was at work. And I said to him, we'll trade later, you've hatched another Wynaut. And he was all excited because he thought he likes trading and he wants me to complete it. So we waited, we got home. I sat there doing the trade, I typed in Wynaut. And I was like, Bosco, you've got 3 Wynauts. And he was like, right. And I said, well, I've been waiting for you to get a second one for over a month, well, nearly a month, however long it's been since trading's come out. And he was like, oh, I don't know when I got the second one. I'm looking through, and it turns out that he hatched his second one in May. He got his first one in January, his second one in May. He got one again today. So I looked at him, I was like, you've had the one I needed since trading came out. Since trading came out, I traded him one he needed for a rubbish Pokemon. It cost me all the Stardust I had, but I did it out of like love for my son. And he could have just given me the one I needed, the one I'd been hatching eggs for every day for the past like 2-3 weeks. I couldn't believe it. We had a good laugh about it, obviously, but I traded it across, watched it register in my Pokedex. I'm now at, I wrote down the number, 366 caught, 371 seen. There are 372 that you can possibly get in the game at this time. I need 6 more, basically. Tauros, Heracross, Illumise, I can get all 3 of them when I go to America. Then I'm done. That is logistically all of them that I can physically get without trading with somebody else or going to another country. I need Torkoal, which I think is only in Asia somewhere. Tropius, which is only along the equator. So if I was going to Lanzarote again, I could get that, but I'm not. Damn. And Relicanth, which you can only get from New Zealand. It's virtually impossible to find somebody who happens to have been to New Zealand, who has that, hasn't cheated, and can trade it with me. What I've been trying to do in my planning ahead for being in Orlando is I keep asking if there's anyone in Orlando who has been to New Zealand recently on all the forums that I'm on, all like the Reddit groups, who hasn't been to the UK, because then I can give them the UK exclusive, or I can give them the Corsola from the equator, which I got when I did go to Lanzarote, and Tropius wasn't there, then I'm not an idiot, I didn't just not catch it. And then I can give them one of the ones they need, they can give me the one that I'll never see any other way, and I can go and catch all the American ones while I'm over there. So far, that's like a needle in a haystack, because I imagine that anyone who does have it over there probably isn't that hard pressed to find an English person visiting for Disneyland or anything like that. There has been no response so far. I've had a lot of people, I put my code up on there, and I've had a lot of people from America add me, which is odd because it's like they've just ignored my message and added me anyway, and they keep sending me gifts over the internet and building up our friendship. But none of them have communicated with me to say, I'm doing this so that when you're in America, you can trade with me. Because if their plan is to just message me in like 3 weeks' time and go, hey, I work at Disney, come trade with me, I need a bit more notice than that. I need to psych myself up. I need to check them out. I need to hunt them down on Facebook or whatever and just make sure they're not a weird psychopath. But I'm hoping if I keep searching, someone will have this one. I know somebody with Torkoal. I know somebody with Tropius. I just need to convince them that I should be trading with them. I've got one of them where we're building up a friendship. He's promised me a Torkoal if I give him my shiny Bulbasaur, and then I'll only be 2 away from finishing. And then he'll release more and I'll be screwed again. But still, that's fine. I want to complete this lot because then that's the line done. That's not all that's happening in Pokemon Go at the moment, though. It is a really mad kind of weekend of Pokemon Go stuff. From now to the 31st of July, they've got the Sun Hat Summer Pikachu with his hat and his glasses on. just floating about. You just catch him in his hat and glasses, chilling in the sunshine. I think you can hatch a Pichu with a hat and glasses on as well. On Saturday, it's Articuno Day, which means that when you go to a Pokestop or a gym and spin it, you'll get a raid pass. There's Articunos on all the raids around everywhere. Every time you spin, you'll get another raid pass, up to 5 raid passes, and you're able to basically raid Articunos for 3 hours straight. There's a chance that one of them will be shiny, if you're lucky. Just another shiny legendary, basically. That's going to be a fun thing that me and Bosco go and do. It's about 10 AM in the UK till about 1, so we'll just nip out, do a few raids, and then come home with run out. Sunday morning is Community Day. The month's gone by so quick, I can't believe we're at the next one already. I know I said that Bosco got a bit bored last time, but this time we've got it planned out properly. Last time we did it in the car, he got fed up because he was just sitting in a hot car, basically. But this time, we're not going to do that. I'm not insane. We're going to walk up to the park, we're going to meet with some friends, and we're just going to do the route across Deeping where we live for the 3 hours. My friend Phil, who's basically set all this up, he's responsible for pretty much all the stops that have been put in our town in the past year. There's another guy who put all the other ones out before the game came out because he was working on I forgot what it's called. Bloody hell, my mind's gone blank. I can't believe I've forgotten the name of it. In something, but the wrong ins keeps coming up. Anyway, he had that game, the other Niantic game, and because he put spawn points about, it meant that they put Pokestops everywhere. Phil's leveled up in that game to the point where he's able to now set spawn points based on notable areas in our town. So basically, he's gone around and he's added another Pokestop just down the road from my house. He's added another gym opposite that, as well as a couple of Pokestops. He's added a couple of Pokestops down the road between 2 gyms that are already there. He's added another one across the road. He's added another couple of Pokestops along this other bit. Then there's another gym, and then you go down the road a bit more and there's another gym. Then you go down the road a bit more and there's like 3 Pokestops. Basically, we could walk about 4 miles and it just be non-stop Pokestops and gyms. And he's a genius because he has just filled the gap. We can genuinely just walk now from one side of Deeping to the other, and by the time we get to the end, the last one we'd have done will have already reset. If we just stop for like a minute or so to catch what's there, it'll have reset and we can just walk the whole route back, and that'll be 3 hours done, and it won't get boring because it'll just be keep going on along the quest. It was looking like the most boring community day of them all. I can't remember the name of the move. It's Hydro Cannon or something like that. But basically, it's Squirtle Day, and if you evolve a Squirtle to a Blastoise in that 3 hour period, you get a special move called Hydro Cannon, which isn't that great. It doesn't make Blastoise that powerful. So you're kind of like, do I really want to bother? I want the shiny, but other than that, meh. Because I've already got the evolved, Squirtle, Wartortle, Bulbasaur. I've already got them. Everyone has. It's kind of, it's one of the starters. It's one of the first ones you can possibly get in the game. But then what they've done is, as well as adding in a shiny, they've added in a Squirtle Squad one. And now Squirtle Squad in the cartoon was a group of terrorising Pokemon that all wore sunglasses and went around town just digging holes and annoying humans because they were in their way, basically. And Ash catches one of them. That's his Squirtle. It was the leader of the Squirtle Squad, and he wears his cool, spiky, like sharp triangle sunglasses. And they're putting that in the game. So as well as catching a shiny, you can do quests along the way and unlock the shiny, or not the shiny, sorry, the sunglasses Squirtle Squad Squirtle. I'm hoping there'll be a shiny one of them as well, because then it adds another layer of competitiveness to it, because we can strive to get a shiny Squirtle Squad Squirtle and then 2 more, so we can have a shiny Squirtle Squad Blastoise with the special move and all this stuff. It just becomes trying to get more and more rare ones, because people were saying, they're not that rare, everyone's going to have them, but they did a big event the other day where Rosalia, I keep annoying my son because I keep saying it wrong. I think it's Rosalia, but he keeps saying it's Rosalia, and I don't think it was. Anyway, I caught several of them shiny, and I said, I wonder if there'll be anyone looking out for them, and straight away someone offered me a trade because he missed the event. And it's one of those where there's a lot of FOMO going on, and I'm thinking, whilst I only need those 3 now, assuming I catch what I want in America, I'm thinking just make sure I've got everything that could possibly be worthwhile or noteworthy. The weirdest thing was, a guy wanted a level 1 shiny Rosalia, and he put a thing out on the internet and he had no responses in hours, and I had a look and I have one of them. One of the 4 I caught was a level 1 shiny one. It's absolutely pathetic. It's got a CP of 20. Normally CPs are like 1,000, so yeah. it was quite funny seeing that and thinking, right, I've got what he wants. Although, annoyingly, the weirdest thing, actually, I saw a Torkoal in a gym and I took a picture of it to show my mate where it was so we could go to it. This person I was speaking to, I said to him, I need a Torkoal. Have you got one? He said no. Added me as a friend on the game. I was sending my friend the picture and noticed it's the same person. He does have a Torkoal. He just lied to me. So I don't know whether he's just traded that and he can't trade me and he was writing it off. But now I feel really on edge because I don't know whether to trust the guy. I don't know whether to bring it up because it's a bit weird me going, oh, you don't have one? Well, I have a picture to prove that you do, you fraud. Because he'll just be like, mate, that's really weird. Why have you got a picture of me? Not of him, of his character. But it's just a coincidence. It was just a mad coincidence that like 2 days apart, two separate things happened. Anyway, no, I'm excited. It's been really interesting how they've rattled these things up. I've written a note as well that I got another X-Raid pass, which means Mewtwo, a Mewtwo raid. One of the gyms that Phil added to our town, again, just around the corner from Kev's house, funnily enough. It's an X-Raid gym, which means it's in a park and it's every other week it's eligible to get a Mewtwo raid if you raid at it at all. So anyone who raids at a gym that's in a park, every other week that gym will be given a Mewtwo raid and you'll be invited to it, which means now I've got one down the road from my house that way and one down the road from my house that way, and they alternate every week. So and every week that I raid at that one and it gets a X raid, it stops having raids on it, and this one has all the raids. If I raid at that one all week, that one gets an X raid, and that one stops having raids for the rest of the week, and that one starts having raids, so we can just alternate between the two and I never have to go anywhere else for my raids now. So that's awesome. The game's just become a nice little rhythm. It's almost a shame that I've completed the decks because now I don't have any kind of going out and being like, oh, what's this, I'll catch it. But I've got this whole new game going on. I've got into kind of the meta game now, and I guess we're just waiting for player v player and Gen 4 now, basically. They've announced recently that there's going to be another big update coming out. I think it's next quarter, basically, so 2 months' time. Probably just once they've got trading fixed and sorted out and all working. It is pretty much sorted now. Gen 4 should be out before Christmas, I reckon. I'm hoping they don't do it in dribs and drabs, but then at the same time, I guess if they don't, I'll have them all by Christmas, and then I'll be waiting for Gen 5, and then the game will just run out quicker, so do what they do, I suppose. Anyway, it's been fun doing this because I think the last time I did a Pokemon Go one was the last community day, and so much has come out since then, it's ridiculous. I'm chuffed that I've got the last one I needed. I now need to hatch the one Bosco needs. That's my last aim, I think. Once I've done that, we're both sorted and we can just enjoy the game for what it is. Thanks for watching this. Sorry if you're not into the Pokemon Go ones and you've watched anyway. I appreciate that. I know some of you do. If you're still not into it, get the game and just try it out. It's great once you get into it if you just jump in head first. If you like what you see, subscribe, like, comment. I've got other videos about Pokemon Go if that's why you're here. If that's not why you're here, I've got other videos about other stuff. Check them out. Thanks for watching, as I say, and I'm here tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Cheers.